Generic greetings and welcome to the Shadow Government Simulator. Today's beverage is a quite interesting salted caramel bandit protein shake, which is, I guess, half beverage and half food. Either way, welcome to the Shadow Government Simulator. This is billed as a turn-based strategy game where ourselves, as some sort of outside entity, are trying to take over governments and indeed, by extension, the world for various nefarious reasons and generic evil. Yeah, I think that's about accurate. It's a game I've played for about an hour and a half, so first impressions only, and although this is not a sponsored video, I was indeed sent a key and obviously provided with the means in order to try this. So let's just jump in and I'll show you what the game is like. So over to play here and load game. You can only have, as far as I can tell, one save profile, which may be a bit of a point of contention, but there you go. We have our original starting location over here in the UK and Ireland, and then progressed over to Europe and then Iberia, and then I tried to do North America and failed it, which means it's now on high alert. So yeah, trying that again is probably going to be a bit difficult. If your global exposure, I think, goes to max, I think that's a failure state, but we're nowhere near that yet. We have certain bonuses up here by basically completing each of these missions, and well, yeah, we've taken control of these areas. You can create your faction when you start. I think it's is it like it's like Illuminati or it's like I was gonna say stonemasons. I don't know if that's one of them. You can create your thing anyway, your faction when you start, but there's only the three. Anyway, so we can go for Northern Europe, Eastern Europe, Southern Europe. I guess we'll go for maybe Northern Europe. This is a free region that is open, so it's not on high alert. Mission difficulty is mission type is to capture the leader, which I think is what most of them are. Difficulty is 2. We have 3 secondary objectives, which is win with 5 turns or less, capture over half the network, and win with 50% or less exposure. The traits are transparent government, starting intel is decreased by 5, strong rule of law, exposure and failing ability is increased, and financial supervision, max funds decreased by 10. That was pretty much the exact same one as North America. Anyway, we will load into this one and you'll probably get a better sense of what the game is like. So we will zoom in, and like I said, the objective is to find and capture the enemy leader. So we have a starting location, so in this case it's this thing. This is a high-rise headquarters, and we have certain actions that we can do. We can do surveillance, or we can try and take over different people, or like basically bring them into the fold. And we do that by either comparing bravery, which is fists, the charm, which is lips, and then resources, which is money. Well, those are the 3 main traits of human beings, isn't it? So that's all fine. We have funds, currently 40 generic units of currency, and a certain amount of intel. And, well, these are the people around here. So let's just go up and... Okay, I should point out that there's no edge scrolling as far as I can tell, and the WSD is fairly useless because I'm literally just pressing that as quick as I can, and I'm moving across half the map. Maybe slow that down a tad there. Anyway, over to here, and I'm going to use surveillance, and I'm just going to surveil. It doesn't really matter, but we'll just surveil that person there. We get all of these pop-ups that, dare I say it, are like very generic spy type things, like you see people getting cloth bags put over their heads, or a guy in a trench coat walking into a dark tunnel. I really like that. It's nice and thematic. And we can see that this person here, and they are codenamed Braveheart, a Kickstarter backer, streamer. I don't know if that is actually a legit person. You see they're currently an undercover person there, and they have 2 in fists, 2 in lips, and 4 in resources. And they also have a connection, which is this line here, with this other person, which is Chastity GH, again, Kickstarter backer, Ambassador. I'm going to keep on scanning here, so I'm going to surveil that person there. That's going to get all of our intel removed for this turn. And again, we can see there's others there. This is Maya Stevenson, and oh, there we go. That is the leader. That's Braveheart, Kickstarter backer number 107. And yeah, we need to basically try and take these over. So I can very easily take over this person and this person because, well, our starting is better than theirs. So I'm going to go for intimidate, and I'm going to intimidate this person. You basically have a competition, or what's the best thing? That's not the right word. Basically, you've got a comparison. So it's 3, and there's 2. It will be an automatic success. There is no RNG in that. And there we go. We have now basically brought this guy into our sphere of influence. And at the moment, they are basically a sleeping agent. They sit there. They don't do anything. They I mean, they may be eating toasties or anything. What I'm saying is they don't do any active spy stuff. Let's also take over this person with seduction. And there we go. And we are totally out of funds. But we now have managed to figure out a bit more about this person and get on control of them. And, oh, it looks like I would be able to take over this other person here. This is Hans Svensson, who's a banker. But I can't because I've got no money and no intel. We also have on the right-hand side essentially like a heat meter. So this is exposure. If it maxes out, mission failed. Anyway, we'll end the turn. And we'll generate a certain amount of that exposure based on the connections as well as our like location, so whatever we've got going on. And oh, looks like we've got a couple of actions there for these people, but because we've got no active spies, I call them spies, agents, whatever you want to call them, we don't really do much. So what can we do? Well, we can probably do another surveillance. I'm going to surveil the person at the back there because I'm wondering where their connections go. And it is to this person and this person at the back. So we could... we now know about this person. So this is the Braveheart. That's the person we need to take over. However, there are 6-10-6 entities. So there's no way we'll be able to take them over. We need to start to reduce some of these. And obviously the main focus would be on either courage or resources, because that's currently their lowest stat. But I do want to take over everything else in the network first. And we could actually just use straight up bravery on this. But I think we'll activate our agents first. So we'll activate them. Activate units allowing them to equip abilities. So they're going to alter their stats. It's going to go from a 4-2-4 to a 2-2-2. So they're going to be actually weaker. However, they gain some abilities. 2 specifically. So we've got Charm. Converts enemy unit by comparing Charm. Sponsor Drop permanently gives connected enemy unit debt -2. I'm going to pick that up straight away. And Charity Funding for 2 turns gives a connected ally unit affluent +3. Okay. Basically, none of these are decent. Sorry, the sponsor Drop is very good for us in this situation. Charm not so good because they're only on 2, so I'm going to go with Charity Fundraising. So this is like a buff debuffer guy. So we can see that what's happened is this guy's now in debt, so it's reduced that, and similar thing over here. Let's activate this one and see what they have as well. So they're going to go to a 2-2-2 as well. We've got another sponsor drop. Permanently gives connected enemy unit in debt -2. I'm going to pick that up. And maybe embarrassing scoop as well, because the way I'm seeing it, there's no real good units on good things on them. But if I can get them all connected up and then use this, because this is 3 and 4, that should be a bit better. Speaking of connections, you have a number of connections for each of your entities, and you can make them. And I'm going to make a connection there because that should hopefully reduce their that's reduced their resources to 2. So I could technically buy them out now. I could win this game from... Oh no, sorry, the leader's protected from HQ. That's right, I can't do that, but I could do it on that one there, which, you know what, I am maybe going to do. That is not the lowest statistic. I'm going to use maybe just... Nah, that'd be fairly because it's the same. 3, 3, and 4. Yeah, that's all the same there. This guy back here, they're actually a bit lower, so I could maybe do that. Yep, we'll do that, and we'll get right at the back here. A little bar with drinks getting served on the such. So there we go. There's another person, and I'm going to activate those. We've got, bribe, perfect. Enemy unit by comparing resources. We need that. We also want to reduce their... Yeah, reduce their charm. Low interest rates, permanently give collected ally unit rich. I'm going to go smear campaign. I'm going to activate that because most likely I'll connect that up to the leader and then we'll do that. That's the rough plan at this stage. How many? They can have 5 connections. So I guess I can connect to there. So I'm sort of securing now the future of this. So if I wanted to, I could almost get that. Almost. But this guy's now 1. So might as well do that. So it's about managing the connections, getting the right abilities and the right stats to keep on capturing. That's the idea here. Let's activate this guy as well. They're going to go to 333, so they're a bit better. We're going to get bribe on that one, and overzealous audit. So we've got quite an aggressive, I wouldn't say aggressive maybe, but certainly a very active character. And I am all kinds of out of funds. I've got intel, but I can't use it, so we'll have to end our turn there. So we've managed to get 3 agents, although our heat has gone up, our exposure. Decent funds and intel, and are they going to do anything? Sometimes they form connections or remove connections. There we go. Alright, so this guy's gone incognito. We don't know about all their stats. Not that it's a problem, because, well, I could just buy them out maybe. I'm going to buy this guy out straight away. Easy. That's mission accomplished. I'm going to activate them. Convert using charm. Yes. And agitate the masses. Yes. So it's just this person left. So if we can get a charm on that one, connect to there. Done. Charm. Done. So we're fully connected. So what is the best course of action then? We've got a charm there. Just going to go through now and see just what we can do. We're going to be trying to bribe with this person. They can bribe if we had enough money. They can basically win this without a problem. Let's activate this person. Convert using bravery. We'll have that. And psychological operations. And end the turn. There's all of the heat being generated. Look at the funds though and the intel because we've got everybody here. But this should be it. It should be the last turn. No, that connection's been removed. So we'll need to connect that back up again then. There we go. And let's move it over there. Come on. Come on, screen. There we are. Yeah, it's going to have to be bye. Unit's not connected. Too many connections, so I'm going to have to sever a connection. Does cost intel to do this. Shouldn't be a problem. There's the phone. Connections up there. And that should be it. There's the success. Mission bribe. Oh yeah. The money going through the money counter. Push it to the limit. And that is a status captured. Win within 5 turns or less, yes. Capture over half the network, yes. Win with less than 50% exposure, yes. Total score is 2,210. And continue. So, we now get an option to improve ourselves overall. We have Fanatic, gives your political units +1 bravery, gives your HQ... Oh, +1 to the HQ bravery. Or Fanatic gives your media units +1 bravery. I'm going to go with Violent Reputation. So, there we go. Right, we can either go over to... the world is more alert of your activities. Yes, it is. Sleep units will cause exposure. Proceed with caution. Okay. End transmission. I'd like to go back over there and try that, but it's on high alert, and I think these are already failed anyway. So, strong civil society. Oh yeah, it's difficulty 5 now, because it's on high alert. Good grief. Alright, so we've got things like Eastern Europe. Capture leader, difficulty 3. We got Southern Europe. Capture leader, difficulty 3. All the traits are the same by the look of it, yeah. We'll give Southern Europe a go. Why not? And similar setup. We have a couple of units that we don't know anything about. Let's first surveil. So surveil those. Guy in a car with a camera. With telephoto lens. Scan this person. And again, we're figuring out their networking, their connections. Oh, lots of people around here. But there's the person we have to capture. We're out of intel now, but we can start to capture... well, both of these, to be quite honest. So we'll do that one. That's a decent comparison. There we are. That's easily done. Similar thing over there. And... raw next turn exposure 12%. So do I want to activate them? Sleeping immune to conversions. End of turn. Let's see how we get on here. And there's funds and intel going up. And there's a connection made. So they're talking to each other, not knowing that we know everything about them. Alright, so we know about this. Oh, this guy's stats here. Who's this? This is Daniel Marcos, who is a banker. We know that they've got Courage 3. We don't know how many lips they've got, but they have 7 generic units of currency. This guy is Courage 2. Yeah, that one, Courage 4. Tell you what, let's start to activate... No, I'm going to surveil. Ah, he's protected from HQ, of course. Surveil this guy, then. And they're 3 and 3 again. Okay. But 7 resources. Let's... maybe... take over one of... probably one of them. Let's do that. And mission accomplished there as well. And we could do same again. No, we can't. We can't because we're out of funds. We got 16. We need 20. That's a shame. Okay, end turn. Build our funds up. Lots of money now, though. Who's that we took over? Wasn't a banker. Because that's them. Oh, and they're making more connections here as well. So we may know more about the leader. That's a lot of connections there. I think that is the number that... Is that how many connections they can have? I'll have a quick look. No, it's not. So, 8, 8, and it's probably going to be 8 again, isn't it? And that guy, who are they? Helen Bianchi. A senator. Wow. Okay. I'm going to start to activate. Let's activate this guy. David Romero. Detective. They're going to go to 3, 4, 5. That's a shame. So, that's a really good stat. The 5th in resources, but I've not got the ability to use that. I can either use bravery, which is 3. It is pretty much useless. I'm going to just say buff. So, allied connecting unit that gains rich and bodyguard. So it's, yeah. It's protective detail is bodyguard plus 2 bravery. Money laundering, rich plus 2 generic units of currency. For our connection guys there. Let's activate this one. Compare using resources. Brilliant. And it's going to be 2, 2, 2. Smear campaign. And... nah, it's never going to work for them. Again, another buffer, debuffer type guy. And finally, activate this one. Going to go to 2, 2, 2 again. We're using charm. And sponsorship drop. So we can charm. And we should be able to charm. Oh, they're on 2. That's increased cash. Passive is reduction in their charm. Yeah, that's fine. Connected ally gets bodyguard. I can connect them up, actually. No, because he's got the max number of connections. When in doubt, buy someone out. Because of the reduction and the connections, we're okay there. So that's them. And I can't use money. I can increase one of our ally units' cash. Can I charm them? That's both a 2. Okay, I'm gonna activate this guy then. 3, 3, 3. That's a bit better. Compare using resources. Let's try that. And we can give someone affluent. Alright. And compare using resources. That's the one. So we now have almost everybody on the board. And they're just on 666 now. Can't really alter any connections per se there. Well, we'll cut connections there. And we'll connect up them. That's going to reduce their image, their lips down to 4. Let's activate this one. Compare using charm. Might be able to do that. Might be able to do that. Because I won't be able to do that one. Reduces their money. I can increase money. And this one, again, affluent. So if I make this person affluent, we should be able to do it. Affluent and charm. Well, bribe, I think. Yeah. Either way, that's done. That wasn't a long amount of turns at all. That was, well, capture all half the network, yes. Win with 5 turns or less, yes. Capture all criminal units, yes. Score is 2,310. 3 turns that one was, so not too bad at all. We've got Faction Evangelist. Gives your criminals +1 connections. Gives +1 HQ charm. It gives your political units +1 connections. I'm aware that I'm buffing the HQ, but not really the units. But I don't feel like we need more connections, so I'm going to go in this case with Seductive Ideology. And there we go. Okay, I think we're going to leave it for now. That has been a bit of the Shadow Government Simulator. Overall, I find it a quite intriguing puzzle game. It's quite easy to get into. It's very easy to get into, but there's a lot of nuances that obviously I haven't really gone into too much here, and a lot to find and figure out. So yeah, overall pretty happy with what I've played thus far and have enjoyed my time with it. I think it can be perhaps a little bit low-key, lo-fi at times with a couple of rough edges, but it's modestly priced and, well, I think the theme does carry it a bit as well. If you like what you see, then by all means check the link in the description. If you want to see more, then by all means let me know, and I'm assuming that if there's massive mistakes in the play, you're going to let me know as well. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.